Hi, Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times, Friday, October 16th. News from Arkansas. A tip from a lawyer friend of mine told me something interesting about how far we still have to go in implementing equality for same-sex couples in Arkansas. They may marry, but that doesn't mean that they're yet treated the same as other married couples are. The state's official personnel manual says very clearly in black and white that spouses of same-sex couples are not allowed to family leave for sick relatives like regular married couples are. We're all regular now, I think. I hope to know more on this later today, perhaps hear about a change in policy. Check my Arkansas blog to see if the state is ready to say that that policy is about to change. It seems clearly unconstitutional. Yesterday was a filing deadline for campaign reports for candidates for judge. We have two candidates for state Supreme Court. Both are unopposed. Courtney Goodson, who's going to run for Supreme Court Chief Justice, and Sean Womack, who hopes to rise from circuit court to an open Supreme Court seat. You won't find many poor injured people hoping to sue for their rights in the court on their contribution list. You will find the Chamber of Commerce lobbyists and other people who've worked in the interest of protecting corporations from lawsuits, notably some lobbyists who work to protect an Arkansas company from being sued by workers, many of them veterans who were injured by exposure to asbestos. That's how justice goes in Arkansas these days. The Arkansas legislature today approved a couple of contracts for the big lottery vendors. There's going to be a consultant who was represented by Republican lobbyists that's going to get a fat contract for $750,000 a year plus a percentage of the take. And another lottery vendor is going to take a reduction in its share of the take to help pay for this new consultant to come in. It's all supposed to raise more money and then maybe eventually provide more scholarship money for Arkansas students. Big new shopping center opened in Arkansas today, the Outlets of Little Rock out near Otter Creek. People seem very excited about cut rate stores from national retail chains. I think I'll probably still stick to the internet for my limited shopping expeditions. It seems like every day there's a new national rating, and Arkansas generally doesn't do too well in them. We're not the worst in this latest one like we are in obesity index, but a new study that I found today shows that we're 7th in the country in the highway death rate. We're in the death belt. Southern states and Great Plains states tend to be the worst. We're rural for one thing, we're poor for another. They also found a correlation with political ideology. If you voted Republican in the last presidential election, you tended to have a higher highway death rate. Who knows why that is? Correlation is not causation, but it is interesting. Pulaski Tech, the big community college in Little Rock and North Little Rock, got its biggest private gift ever, $1.5 million from the Wingate Foundation. It will help it finish the equipping of a big new humanities and arts building that's going to open in January. Polls are out today, finally, a scientific poll on the presidential debate Tuesday, not a call-in poll or a vote on the internet poll, but a randomly selected poll, shows Hillary Clinton won that debate by a handy margin over Bernie Sanders, although Bernie Sanders certainly did very well. I think Hillary Clinton's going to stir a lot of comment today by continuing to press the gun control issue. Made some favorable remarks today about the Australian gun buyback program, which was a mandatory program for certain types of weapons. The gun people are already up in arms about it. I told you that we're going to have a Huck-Up feature every day for the latest bad news about Mike Huckabee, the former Arkansas governor. His news today is that the fundraising for him in the second quarter this year didn't go very well. He raised about a third less than he raised in the first quarter, only $1.3 million. That placed him 10th among the many Republican candidates in fundraising. Money alone doesn't get you elected, but it sure helps. I'm Max Brantley. That's it for this week. I'll be back next week.
You feel it in your heart, the spirit of Little Rock. We've had that spirit since 1927, helping build our city by producing decades of leaders in the heart of our state. We are the heart of business and innovation, the heart of politics and government, the heart of arts and culture, and in our city beats the heart of a Trojan. UALR, we are Little Rock's team.